Hello. Welcome again. Today, going to overhaul starting air valve of J engine. After then, we'll carry out leakage testing. Place starting air valve on working stand for overhauling. Loosen and remove 3 bolts on valve cover. After then, remove valve cover with O-ring from housing. This is starting air valve cover with its sealing O-ring. Secured starting air valve on dismantling plate by using long bolts. This starting air valve is fitted on 6 UEC 45 LSE1. Maker is Japan Engine Corporation. Unlocks claw washer on spindle nut. To loose spindle nut, use pressing flange with guide bolts. Mount pressing flange with guide bolts on housing of starting air valve. After then, tighten nuts of guide bolts, alternatively. Turns dismantling plate to 90 degrees from its original position and lock dismantling plate by bolt. Firstly, lock spindle of starting air valve. And then, loosen spindle nut. Turn dismantling plate to 180 degrees from its original upright position and secure plate with bolt. Now, we can pull out valve stem from housing. Guide piston locates on spindle of starting air valve. To remove pressing flange with operating piston, turn dismantling plate to original upright position. Loosen and remove guide nuts on pressing flange. Remove flange together with guide bolts from housing. Pull out operating piston with claw washer from valve housing. One starting air valve has two pistons. One piston is operating piston and another one is guide piston. Remove spring from starting air valve housing. Check and clean inside of starting air valve housing. Clean thoroughly all dismantled parts. Let's carry out grinding between valve and seat. For grinding, needs to turn starting air valve 180 degrees from original position and secures. Cover thin film of lubricating oil on guide piston. Applies grinding compound on contact surface of valve stem. After then, insert valve stem into housing for grinding. This is facing up tool that's supplied from maker. Mount fixing up tool on valve stem and secure both of them by bolt. Let's start grinding. Grinding should be done until scratches disappears on contact surfaces. Clean well all parts of starting air valve after grinding has done. Let's reassemble starting air valve. Coat grease on O-ring and fit on guide piston. Unlike MAN-B&W starting air valve, we can apply grease in UEC engine. Maker recommends to renew all O-rings with new spares. Can apply thin film of lubricating oil on parts of starting air valve and can coat grease on O-rings in this engine. Inserts valve spindle into housing carefully. Check crack and abnormal condition of spring at every overhaul. Apply lubricating oil on spring and insert into housing. And then, insert operating piston into valve housing. Slightly push crown of operating piston and fit claw washer with spindle nut. To tighten spindle nut, needs to lock spindle. After then, tighten spindle nut with maker's recommended torque. Tightening torque for spindle nut is 120 Newton meter. Unlocks spindle after spindle nut has been tightened. Turns starting air valve to original upright position. Lock spindle nut with claw washer. Let's carry out leakage testing as final. Upside down starting air valve and secure dismantling plate. This special tool is supplied from maker and called sealing test tool. Mount sealing test tool with O-ring. And then, tighten bolts of sealing test tool. Turn starting air valve to original position. To connect air hose, mount cock or coupler on sealing test tool. Fill water or soap water into seating portion of housing and stem. Connects air hose on sealing test tool. Open air valve and check leakage between seating surface. Water will spill out with pressure if leakage happens on seating surface. Upside down starting air valve and remove sealing test tool. To mount valve cover, turn starting air valve to original position. Apply grease on valve cover O-ring and fit in place. Mount starting air valve cover and fit cover bolts. Tighten cover bolts with recommended angle. Tightening angle is from 0 degree to 44 degrees. Close all openings of starting air valve to prevent entering from foreign particles. Thanks for giving your time. Please don't forget like and subscribe channel for more videos.